brought by Iska Wellness in association with the Fern Society, powered by Guwahati Foodie and online partner Discoverist.
Hello everyone, my name is Alankrita Bhuya. I am a senior psychologist and a psychotherapist working at Iska Wellness, and today I will say something about how relationships can affect us. Well, we all know that relationships are an important part of our lives, whether it is with our friends, families, with our loved ones. These relationships are very personal and it has a huge impact in our lives. It also has a lot to contribute in our mental, emotional and physical well-being as well. So these relationships are the ones which is a source of joy and happiness in our lives, and at the same time it can be painful and it can bring up undesired emotions as well. Unhealthy relationship can be a result of a lot of things in our lives, which can be very different for each and every individual, and it can be very damaging in nature, damaging our mental, physical and emotional well-being. Being overprotective or being over dependent can be few of the factors which can really affect our relationships, because it will not allow movement or freedom of movement in our thoughts, in our words. Probably sometimes we might also question our self-esteem. So this is how it basically affects us. Once Mahatma Gandhi quoted that where there is love, there is life. Well, I think it is true, because this is what we can do so that we are not at all vulnerable and we don't get easily affected by issues of relationships. What I want you to do is that take a piece of paper and make a map of relationship of all the positive voices in your life. Write down the names of all those people who has a positive impact in our lives, whose word really contributes in our lives, and whose words on which we can rely, and how do they make us feel, whether it is good or bad. If it is good, fine. If it is bad, still to what extent and how can we adjust to it. So we will write name of all those positive people who has positive voices in our lives, and then identify them. Sometimes a conversation with them can be helpful, sometimes it may not be helpful. Sometimes how much of a conversation with them is factual, even if it is not factual, whether it makes sense or not. So we have to make a list of that, which will help us identify how much on those words can we rely on, and see if communication is factual, or if it makes sense at all, or even if it is not factual, how helpful it is. For example, if my father is a positive voice in my life, so what are the things which makes me feel positive, and how do I reciprocate to that positive voice? So if I can reciprocate better, then it is good. If I am not able to reciprocate in the desired manner it needs, then there are things which probably needs to be changed on my part, because they are not complaining, I am the one who is complaining in this case. Because when we do this, it will help us decide how can we make a change in our thoughts that will change the entire situation, and we can have a different perspective of the same situation. And then how can we better reach out to those people, how can we better communicate with those people with whom we are at a clash, because of whom we have certain disturbances in the relationship affecting us on a personal level. Well, this is one task which you can do, mapping out of all the relationships which has positive voice in your life, and see how does it make a difference in your opinion and your daily life functioning. I think it will be much more smoother. So yes, this is it. I hope this will be helpful. Thank you so much.